everybody. Hello, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. There's a cat under here somewhere. And I can't, I know she's there, but I can't see exactly where she is, so I don't want to move my chair. Hello! Happy Thursday! Welcome to a Thursday morning stream. I was just being, oh, there you are. How'd you get over there? You're a teleporting cat. I was being lured by promises of mail. I was wondering what I sold, because I've been posting, random pieces of gear and stuff, and I wanted to see what actually sold. Hello, 12 p.m. What does that make it? Afternoon? Good afternoon. 9:06 in the morning for me, here West Coast Canada. We're doing, I think we're going here, I think is what we're doing. Yeah. I think I also did this one. Maybe. Today, I need one more piece of loot from Ahn'Qiraj, and then we can leave its halls probably forever, unless I decide to get all stinky about item IDs. Sources. I think that one more and we should be good. Let me just make sure I'm not actually locked out. Raid info, lockout. No, I actually did royalty on this character. Shocking. Okay. So this is this one's no good. We'll skip a couple ahead. We have more characters. Fear not. I don't know if I'm gonna get the piece of loot today, but I do know that I can at least try to the maximum of my ability. Good morning. Today marks 1 week of near daily snowstorms. Temperatures reaching 50 Fahrenheit. Oh, Jesus. I'm dropping stuff. Early next week, that'll clear right up. Oh, nice. Ugh. Yeah, snowstorms are fun for like a day. In my opinion. Oh yeah, that earbud's gone. I don't know where it went. Is it in the foot oven? No. It probably just bounced underneath the cabinet. Later on when I'm like, guys, why do I only have one of these? You can tell me, Hazel, you dropped it under your cabinet. Alright. So I'm pretty sure this hunter did it as well. This one hasn't, for sure. Morning, Hazel was watching some of yesterday's VOD, and I 100% cried at the Moose Cure vacuum story. Isn't it just the sweetest thing? I cried like a tiny bit yesterday because he was licking her behind her ears, and she like put her tail up like she was happy. She wasn't even mad. I realized that he doesn't lick anybody else behind the ears. It's just her. She's the only animal. Like if he meets a dog, he'll lick their mouth. He's a big mouth licker with dogs, but like Katie's the only one that gets the behind the ears treatment. Lovely. Silithus. Good. Level 70. Alright. Any scrolls of going to Silithus? No? Would that be too lucky? I know this character can go to Dornagal. She's already set up. I guess a bunch of my characters blew their scroll because they got set up in Dornagal to do the fishing derby. All the snow melted here. Now everything's covered in 1/3 of an inch of slippery ice. Oh, that's the worst. Hi. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. It's getting light out so much earlier now. I keep thinking I'm late because I keep looking out the window at the yoga studio and being like, oh, it's fully light out. I should go. And then when I finally get back to my car, I'm like, oh no, it's the normal time. It's the normal time. It's just that's how science works, I guess. Does this character have scraps set up? It doesn't look like it. We need to turn on these guys. Set those to somewhere around here-ish. That'll do. Because she's got a bunch of garbage in her bags from having done Blackwing Lair. And then our Silithus runs, short of getting the characters out to Silithus, should actually be pretty... Or our AQ runs should be pretty reasonable. They should not be bad. 25. 25. Fire sale. Should be fine because we're only doing royalties, so it's just basically a bunch of running. I only need one more piece, which is great news. The bad news is that it's kind of, they're not wildly commonly dropped, but we're gonna get on top of it. Let's go Stormwind, Oldham, and Fly should be fine. This is probably enough room in my bags. That'll do. Actually see sun today, and I saw flowers. Our snowdrops are all coming up around here. Also, in Victoria, the grass didn't die through the snowstorm. Normally, the grass will die if the snow stays long enough, and I guess it melted too fast because it's still green underneath. Which Moose likes because then he gets his salads, but it's no good. His stomach can normally take a little bit of grass if he sneaks some, but not when it's old. Oldham, because I don't trust these characters to have done anything in Borealis. Oh, we got some coffee. We're set right up. I had just the best breakfast. It was so good. It was flaxseed sourdough bread, avocado, egg, and hash browns, and a coconut water, and now a cup of coffee. In my defense, I don't need one, but also I was starving. I was so hungry. It was good. It was good. All right, we go this way, and then we fly. I really hope that this piece of loot drops early, because while running raids for one last piece of mog that you still need is very fun and engaging, and it makes a great story, I just want to do dungeons. And our next dungeon is Scarlet Monastery, and there's all kinds of stuff we need in both new and old Scarlet Monastery, and it's going to be kind of a fun project to tease out which pieces come from which. How do you feel about xeriscaping? Grass or something else? I think it makes a lot of sense when you are living in a very dry climate. I live in a very wet climate, so I want to plant things that are naturally suited to it. I want some grass for Moose to run on, and then of course Moose is going to ruin it, and then I'm going to be like, well, I could have not possibly seen this coming, because he kicks off with the force of 1,000 suns and does like donuts and stuff. Yeah, a little bit of lawn, a lot of garden beds. I don't know, actually. It's going to be a work in progress. I think it's going to start out being quite ugly, and I'm going to hopefully improve it marginally year over year, assuming that I do end up with something that has a yard. If it's just a balcony, then it's going to be what it's going to be. Those are the ones. Love them. Personnage and friends. French, which literally just means pierce snow. Solid breakfast just sets up your day. You're just ready for it. We don't really need to do much of anything except pop Skyrim, and then we need to do Silithid Royalty in a particular order. And by that I mean we just need to do Lord Kree last. We can kill Vim or Yaj, but we need Kree to be third in order to get a chance at this Vest of Swift Execution. This is the final piece of loot I'm looking for. And I'm just hoping against hope that this is not a Flame Gore situation. Continuing the Is It Spring Yet theme, we have an early chipmunk up and foraging. Oh, here. For a second I thought you were about to say hard, like that chipmunk's just going. As I say, ham bone bananas. I don't know what it means, but it sounds like you really mean it. Build some tiered boxes, easy garden in limited spaces, depending on the sunshine. If you end up in a building and you have a balcony and it faces like north and there's like buildings on all sides of you, so it's all shaded, you're gonna have a hard time. Finishing all the things across classes? Yes. Yes, doing all armor types, all classes. And we're at 99.3 for AQ. Hi, you want to come up? I thought you might. I figured you might. Alternative lawn's more common. Never occurred to me wasn't more widespread. I mean, people here will often, instead of doing lawn, they will do meadow, or they'll do wildflowers, or they'll do just like food gardens and pollinator gardens and stuff. Like you'll see a lot of people just take out their entire front lawn and cover the entire thing with like garden beds instead. But you don't get a ton of people that are just doing like rock garden. I'm sure there are some of them for low maintenance, but I feel like I would be more inclined to do like rocks and cacti and stuff if I lived in the desert. Okay, so we do Vim, and then Yaj as soon as Vim gets devoured. Has Yaj been devoured? Yaj has been devoured. All right, Lord Kree. If you could just, it would be so nice. You'd be such a friend. No, not that time. All right. That is luckily the only boss we need to do, so we can just pop right out and get on the next character. Can never bring myself to change it to account mode because it brings me tears. I toggle things on and off pretty often. I have an actual keybind to toggle to and from account mode if I'm curious about what I could wear in the instance. And then lately I've been turning sources on and off for when I need a good cry. Personal game visit. Spring yet resolves when I can no longer breathe normally. That sucks. Any chance to go to the Toronto WoW event in March? No, it's very far. If they did it in Vancouver, I would think about it, and even that would still be like a day of travel to get there. I wish them all the best. I'll watch whatever it is. I don't even know what they're doing. I'll watch whatever it is from home. Or just catch the notes the next day. Or I'll just stream, mog farming and you guys can tell me what happened. It's occurred to me I haven't done a lot of long distance flights in my life. And by long distance, I mean longer than like 3 hours. Toronto I've done once. I've been to Toronto one time in my life. I've never done like Europe. I've certainly never done like Malaysia or Australia or East Asia or any of the other very, very far places. Okay, so she's logging out. We're going to get another character and to go do that exact same thing. So cool. Long flights are not fun. Oh, you could take the ferry. Yeah, if it was Vancouver, I could take the ferry. The event sold out between the time they were available and before my tab finished refreshing. Oh, wow. Scale issue? Way bigger than most people from tiny countries assume. Yeah, it's not a lot of people when you compare it to the US, but it is a lot of people compared to some other places. And they're very concentrated in certain areas, and Toronto is one of them. Michael2501, thank you for the 6-month resub. Happy half a year. How you doing? This morning I was singing Backstreet Boys to my fiance loudly in the kitchen, and Kitty meowed very loudly. And it's not clear if she just really hates my singing, or if she wants to be my fire. One desire, etc. It was very well comically timed. She hit a good note. Oh, young does you have? Where does your Hearthstone go? Mud Sprocket. That's not gonna help me. Thank goodness for dollar on Hearthstones. Maybe she's a BSB fan. Backup vocals. If I was born to fly, I would have been born with wings. Wither replaces Immolate instant cast with no cooldowns. Yeah, it's not bad. Assume she was participating. Where am I going? I'm going Stormwind to Oldham to fly. Stoic Gaming on a 3-stream streak. Thrice the streak. 5-hour flight to get back to Montreal, but the same length it takes me to get to London from Montreal. No free meals or booze. You gotta pack snackies? Flying's tough on your body. I say as somebody who hasn't done it in ages. I'm kind of good with that though. What I want to be bravery and travel wise is just braver about doing day trips or like weekend trips, because there's amazing places around here that I've never been before. I'm maybe I would do it if I didn't have pets, or if I had like really like I can get pet sitting for my pets. It's just I worry about them when I'm gone. And like maybe I could bring Moose with me and then just have someone look after Kira, but then I would worry about her, and then I don't know, like it's just a million things. I was reading a blog post of somebody that goes camping with their cat, and I thought, that's adorable. What if I just did that? Maybe not with Miss Kira. Her camping window might be over. I don't think I'd want to do the cold air to her. But it's like, just train the dog and the cat to come with you, and then just take the whole gang, and then you don't need many pet sitting. You just need to figure out how you're going to deal with your dog and your cat on the road. Camping with a cat seems stressful. Yeah, you would have to keep an eye on them the entire time. Or I could just stay home. I can just stay home forever. Yeah, the blog post I was reading had all kinds of suggestions about how to acclimate your cat to camping. It's not the first outdoors thing they did with the cat. They had a couple of neat solutions for how to keep the cat corralled, basically. They had like a leash on like a long line that was clipped onto like a zip line that they like put up between two trees so the cat could kind of wander the campsite on their harness without being like loose. But yeah, it's a lot of it's a lot. Staying home also valid. This way, yes. Something else, probably keeping an eye on it, waiting for you to leave it alone. No, not my kitty. You can't have her. She's not yummy. I'm the only one allowed to eat her. Yum, yum, yum. Jack can watch your pets. I think we're responsible. Oh my gosh. When I went away for my birthday and Moose was alone, not even alone, he had a pet sitter stay here for one night. And all he had to do was go for a walk with this lady, who was very nice and who had met him before. We'd introduced them previously. And she was great. And all he had to do was go for a walk with her in the evening and then again in the morning. And that was it. And it was apparently like a whole ordeal because we'd never had somebody come over without us there before. And Moose is a sweet boy, but apparently he's very suspicious. And she sent us this picture being like, I'm doing my best to get him leashed, but he doesn't really want to let me put his harness on. He's really not sure about all this. And she sent us this picture of Moose just staring at her with this most "who are you" expression that I've ever seen on his face in my life. Like, oh God. It took a long time for her to get him on a leash so she could even take him out. And the cat did fine, but Moose was not thrilled. I think next time I'm going to see if I can get family to look after him because he knows them better. But I am a little nervous about dumping more chaos onto the lives of people that have chaos already. All right. We're doing Lord Kree last. So Vem first. Gets devoured. Give it a second. Then Yash gets devoured. Oh, I almost broke it. But I think we're good. And then Lord Kree. We're looking for a vest of swift execution. Not that time. All right. Does he react to your voice commands? Next time, just video chat for a quick second. I feel like that would be not very... I don't know. Maybe it would work. I was at a concert. While this was happening, I was actively at a concert. That was what I went away for in the first place. Yeah, I would maybe try to board him next time. Because I think he would, if he could play with other dogs, he would just do that all day. Continuously and then pass out like the dead. Is it abnormal that I have 3 level 80 mages in the same server? Oh no. You want to see my hunters? I think that's reasonable. There's no... Like, having alts of different classes is one reason to have alts, to try out different classes, but it's not the only reason to have alts, and if you like playing the same class, you like playing the same class. Okay. And leave her here. Move the next one out. Oh, 2 lesser mages here. Frost Mage shines even more. They're the backup singers. A lot of the rep stuff that's transmog from BFA is so much gold to buy. I don't want to spend 2,000 gold on an appearance, but I might have to at some point. How many more chances do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, enough that I should probably keep going. Guild makes fun of how many hunters I have. My chat gives me a bit of grief. I feel like you've actually stopped. I feel like you guys have kind of collectively gotten used to me, and you've realized that your shame has no power here. Not that any of you really are trying to shame me for my excess of hunters. I feel like of all people, you guys understand. But once upon a time, you'd be like, "Wait, what's this one for?" And I feel like that's just we've kind of done away with that over time. Coffee good. No judgment, 8 level 80 hunters right now. They all have different pets, you know, that they're basically different people. Every one of them gets to pick which pets they're gonna have. I actually don't have very many pets on any one individual hunter, as it turns out. And a lot of my characters are level 70. I only have 3 80s. It is true that 2 of those 3 are hunters. But we only have 3 80s. BFA portal would work a tiny bit faster, but it sticks you. It's not too far from where Oldham spits you out, and it only works if that character has done BFA and unlocked the portals. If they're brand new and they've never set foot there before, the portal's not there. And it's such a pain in the butt to trying to figure out which ones are which, or which ones have done it. That is the one downside of having so low lift in all these characters, is I've never even pretended that I was going to do very much in most of them, so a lot of them haven't done expansion intros. I have a few that don't even, their $1 Hearthstones don't even work, and that's a really easy fix. Need to make a Coltier hunter with Mastiffs. Ooh. I feel like a human hunter would look really good with that too, like the hunters in Western Plaguelands. Guild note, names Hunter 254. They're just fun to level. It's fun making a new one. Scarlet Monastery, Red Mastiff. That's a great dog. It's a great dog. I'm gonna try a new thing where I get up at the same time every day instead of getting up early on days I need to be up early and then not when I don't. I'm gonna try and just stick to the same schedule, and tomorrow's gonna be the first real test of that, because tomorrow's the first day I'm gonna be getting up early when I'm not actually like out the door at the same time. Pray for me. Whenever I've been leveling a new alt or something, the first thing I've been doing is just going to the board to get Legion Hearthstone. Yeah, it's really smart, and that one really is very fast to do. Some of these unlocks, they sound fast until you start doing them, and then you're like, oh well, it's only fast if you had already done this thing, and then there's just like endless goalpost moving of what you actually need to do to set the thing up. But that one actually comes together very quickly. No, I'm streaming tomorrow. I'm just not getting up I don't need to go out my door at 5:30 when I'm up. I am streaming. I probably shouldn't. I should probably start canceling some streams. I've been working on videos, and the amount of work and the amount of time are not necessarily mathing, but we're just going to not worry about it and do our best. But yeah, normally I get up at 5:30 if it's a yoga day, and I'll get up at like 7:45 or 8 if it's not. But I feel like, and then sometimes in a weekend I would even sleep until like 8:30, and I think moving the schedule by that much has been just messing up my sleep, and I need to just leave it be. And then I'll get to figure out, like, on a day off, if I'm up at 5:30 but I have the day off, you know, maybe I'll do something fun. I don't know what. Video games? 6 a.m. video games in the living room? Super sleepy Hazel tomorrow then? I mean, it's the same time I got up this morning. And yesterday morning, and the morning before that. It's just that I gotta keep doing it. That's the thing. Alright, then. There we go. And then Yaj. We're hoping for a vest of swift execution. Oh no, I cleaved. Oh, I don't get a chance this time. Yaj died last. Rip. Oh, I mean, I got an item ID. I'll take it, but like, ugh. Oops. Oops, a daisy doodle. I gotta dismiss hunter pets or something. Find a good book to read. That's what I do at bedtime. It would put me right to sleep. I read when I go to bed, and it makes me sleepy. Also, I'm almost out of book. I only have one more Discworld novel after the one I'm on, and then I'm gonna have to find something new to read, and I'm not looking forward to it. Working the rest of the week, but on EST despite being on PST. Sleep for the week. Oh. I am planning on doing raid boss videos. I am. Coffee's all gone. That's good. There's kitty cat here. Sometimes it's funny trying to like really, you know, try to keep your focus on track and stay motivated and stay energized, and you look around you and you've got a dog and a cat and they're both passed out like snoozing. Not helping. Which Discworld book are you reading now? Raising Steam, I believe is what it's called. It's the trains one. It's the trains one. I think there's one more Tiffany Aching novel after this, and then I'm out of Discworld. After 40 some odd books. But they were all good. They were all very fun, and they're not long or anything. Set up my series tracker, add Discworld to it. Nice. I don't use Goodreads, no. I just read them. My book app has, because I do read on a tablet. My book app has some kind of a goal, but I don't really see the point. It's not like a checklist item. It's just something I like to do. We are taking this hunter next, and we're gonna dismiss her pet. Legend of Visit? I haven't heard of that one. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna need to find either a review aggregator or just like a blog or something that has the same taste as me that I could use to like sniff out other things I might like. Algorithms have not been my friend so far. Whoa, my bags are a mess. My bags are a big mess. Yikes. Let's get Scrap on here. Gildy and I started a reading goal. Kind of fun to see both of our progress. Oh, nice. D&D books. Okay.
See you around. Open for business.
Why not? That's why not.
Hello?
I like selling things to the fruit and flower vendors in Dalaran. I just like imagining them holding these handfuls of armor being like, what am I supposed to do with this? I don't know. Thank you. I'm sorry. These eggs. Anyway. Silithus. I should probably set Hearthstones to Stormwind just on my way by. But it's not a big deal. I think most of them have Hearthstone set to Muds. Yeah, Muds Sprocket right now. Yeah. Oh, this was my Pandaria remix hunter, Squidgy, and her pets. I love her pets so much. The grub in particular, the caterpillar, is so cute. I named him Huey. It's not the kind of thing I would normally think to tame as a hunter pet, but now that I have one, I don't know. Oh, pardon me. Huey is my water strider. I'm all what's his name? Harold. Pardon me. Put some respect on Harold's name. Yeah, the kind of thing I normally wouldn't think to tame, but now that I have one, I can't imagine not having him. Weird to have empty portal bays in Dalaran. Yeah. Especially when they sometimes put things in the middle as well instead of putting... I mean, I guess those ones are faction locked. I would really love for this piece to drop. I can't complain though. I didn't even do it right last time. Herald of Purple Crayon fame. Purple Crayon. I'm not sure about purple... I don't know what Purple Crayon is. I just thought Herald was a nice name. One of my remix hunters has two of the bugs named Buggy and Bougie, and I can never get any other pets for her. Buggy and Bougie. Harold. Oh, it's a kid's book. Harold and the Purple Crayon. Oh. I must have missed that one. Harold and the Purple. Oh, there's a 2024 film coming out. When? Oh, the book is from 1955. I was about to be like, I'm too old for this. I'm not too old for this. I just completely missed it. Recently made a movie, think it flopped. Alright. When we get down to Sylphid Royalty, I'm just going to dismiss my pets so that I don't accidentally cleave anybody down. At some point I'll probably try and warbank some of the gold that I've got on these characters. See what it all adds up to. You could feign to reset if it happens again. Oh yeah, I didn't think of that. If I had pets up though, it might not have worked. I don't usually have the... I don't think any of my hunters have the pet feign death set up. Friend has convinced me that the next thing I need to read needs to be something by Leo Tolstoy, likely Anna Karenina. Oh. Unfortunately, my reading pace I'll get to in 2026. Any idea why dismissing a pet isn't in the portrait dropdown? Is it not? It is for mine. I just have to right click on my pet's portrait. Failing that, I would just the dismiss pet spell itself, but yeah, you just right click dismiss. You just want to make sure that you don't accidentally misclick release, otherwise you're going to be looking for a new pet. Is it a hunter thing? I mean, hunters and warlocks and what are for the rest of us? Oh, like battle pets? I'm so lost. I don't know what kind of pet you're trying to dismiss. Oh, it should work if you right click on the pet's portrait. If it's a combat pet and it has like a nameplate and you right click it, it should have a dismiss. Maybe there's exceptions that I'm not familiar with. All right, we're doing Lord Kree last. I'm just gonna Cobra shot these guys down. Cobra shot 1. Princess Yaj. Is devoured. Good. Come on, Lord Kree. Help me out here, buddy. Dun, 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 dun. No. No luck. Yeah, it's okay. Next one. Got access to Old Scholar yesterday. Nice change to see the gloomy browns that I remembered from Vanilla. As opposed to the purple blast of the new version. I'm going to have to look into that at some point. I'm going to have to actually unlock it. I did Old Scarlet Monastery, but I never set up Kara. 48 seconds. I'm like, you comfy? I guess I can look it up now. I've got some time. I don't think I'm going to be done with Scarlet Monastery for a while, though. Unlock Old Scalamons. Wow, this is from 2023. Time flies. The first step, have someone in your group with the toy. Krastenov's Bag of Horrors. You don't need to have the toy yourself, but you must have someone with you who has the toy in order to start the secret. Alright. Do you miss the days of having to get keys for instances? Me, not even a little bit, because I never had to do that. I either didn't play then, or if I did, I didn't do those instances. Just seems a bit unnecessary. Okay. Do I have Krastenov's Bag of Horrors? Sure don't. Okay. But I could mooch from somebody, or I could try to farm it myself. Imagine quite a few of us have it. Yeah, I would assume so. Does sound like the kind of thing I would try to make myself farm, though. It says it's a 90% drop rate. I guess the guys are rare, though, so you have to have him spawn. I wonder if I would, like, need to burn instances to see if I could get it up. Drop from the rare boss. He appears to be heroic only. Okay. He'll only spawn after Rattlegore has been killed, so you have to run it on heroic. And you have to actually do the instance. You can't just... You can't just, like, zone in and check for him. Yeah, maybe my information's old. Yeah, I think it's a bit different than what you're thinking of. But maybe my information's old. What am I doing? I'm going to... She's Horde. She doesn't look like it, but she is. So she's taking this portal. And we can... Yeah, we can set her Hearthstone back to org. Discovered the game Project Zomboid. I think it's kind of bizarre that the most realistic life simulator game I've ever seen ends up being a zombie game. I haven't heard of that one. Guys, correct. 5 to 10 tries to get the toy. Oh, that's not so bad. Will I need different characters for it since it's a heroic lockout? That seems reasonable. Respawn heroic, he'll yell in the chat if he spawns. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, that might be a fun thing to try for. Although, not... we got some Scarlet Monastery to do first. There we go. Set our Hearthstone there. Oh, I need to remember that some of these characters do have a teleportation scroll and can just go straight to Celophus. Hey. Come on. Lord Kree. Pretty please. The first piece, well, it wasn't the first piece, but the Ooze-Ridden Gauntlets took me what felt like 30 tries. The piece that I wanted from Yaj seemed much more reasonable, like it happened much faster. So I'm hoping that this one just doesn't hate me. It says that there's only 2 pieces of loot specific to him instead of 3, but it also still says 5% chance, so. Because I know there's, they're not guaranteed to drop their own specific loot. I'm actually going to dismiss Zippy here. I guess I could also use the teleport scroll to get out of the instance. It would take me a little bit farther than waiting a minute. But it would be faster than waiting a minute. Houses and stuff on Project Zomboid look exactly like Sims 1. Oh. Much in the same vein of Valheim set in the 90s after the zombie apocalypse. I mean, that sounds promising. I like Valheim. I like the 90s. I'm really lukewarm on zombies, but maybe we can forgive them. I don't think I would like a zombie if I met one. They're kind of scary. That's the whole point. Okay, 1. And then Yash. And then Cree. Dun 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 dun. Any luck? Yes! We're free! Kitty! Oh, I can't celebrate too much. I got a cat in my lap. We're free! No more AQ! Nice. 100%. Not every instance gets there, because some of them have like zone drops and garbage, but 100% on AQ. Yeah, we've been going down the list. We haven't been 100%ing things. I'm allowed to skip legendaries, and I'm allowed to skip zone drops. So some of these things will, like, I still need Sulfurous and whatnot from Molten Core. Like, there's zone drops from these instances. The next one is Scarlet Monastery, because Hall's actually, this item is a zone drop, the Butcher. It's a BOE zone drop. I'm going to actually look up and see if I can buy it cheap. Be given, and that's the only... Oh, and then I guess also the Tabard, which I'm going to need for something eventually. For Darkmoon Fair? I don't know. The Butcher. So that item... There are 138 in NA Realms. The cheapest one is 10k. Which I guess is cheaper than, like, 100k. It is a unique appearance. 10k is a lot for a weapon mog for me. I'm really cheap. I'm so cheap. Had so many X's in there, gave up after like 20 minutes, uninstalled it. Do it. I wanted to Wowhead it, but Wowhead's down. Or my access to Wowhead's down anyway. Who's selling it for that price? Okay. Alright. I'm sure we've made at least that much gold, from... Oh wow, she really doesn't have any gold. I'll have to put some in on another character. Flappy's about to snipe again. He did send me that piece eventually. He mailed it to Barnacles. I did learn it after all. It was funny though. I mean, 10 hours ago, someone had one up for 100 gold. 10k is so much. But, you know, I'm pretty sure that if I buy it, I'm gonna forget about the gold rather quickly. Is this the bank? I think this is the bank. It's gotta have more than just the vault in it, right? So let's put some more bank gold in. Yeah, something like that. We'll make it back. And then I'm gonna need to actually make a new character in a different realm. And it'll be kind of satisfying because then it'll get Scarlet Halls off of the list because I wasn't really gonna farm it, I don't think. Shared boss drops and old Scullo, they're really low drop rates. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We'll see. Maybe I'll just get them and then it won't be a problem. We are getting closer to Scalamonts though, because all the things has things organized alphabetically. And we're in the S's for classic instances. Yes. Come on. Impatient. Trader's Gilded Brutosaur. Super convenient. And I'm looking for the Butcher. And this is the cheapest one currently on NA. So there we go. I will take it. I won't feel too bad about that. There we go. Add to the collection. Does it look cool? Yeah. It's a big sword. The things we do. So it's time to head to Scarlet Monastery. And we'll look at the list and we'll figure out what it is that we're doing. The Scarlet Monastery is a bit wonky because they're mixed together. The old and the new instance in the list. So I'm going to have to actually figure out which things come from which to figure out when I'm done farming one and I can begin farming the next. I'm going to fly here, I think, from Strapholm. Is going to be my best bet as an alliance character with a pet dungeon port. It's not crazy close, but it could be worse. And then while we're coming over, we can open it up and see. This is going to be fun because we're going to get a lot of item IDs. So yeah, Scarlet Halls, it now says... Wait, it came up with a new one. What do you mean? Watchman Pauldrons. I must have those for a different armor type. Watchman Pauldrons. There's a pair of those. Oh dear. Up for 2,000 gold. Is it a realm I already have an alt on by any chance? That would be lucky. No, not really. Getting to Scarlet Monastery's lines back in the day was trash. Multiple campsites, grouping alts into groups of 4. Yeah, it'll be kind of interesting. And then, yeah, it's just the tabard. We're so close to getting Scarlet Halls off this list. I thought that buying that weapon would do it. I really thought it would. No, I don't have any vanilla PvP titles. I didn't play in vanilla. Ally back then, I would hitch your ride on the blimp to Brill. I think I'm gonna just buy the darn thing. They're not that expensive. It's like 2,100 gold on the right server. So we're gonna make one on Illidan. That server full warning screen used to really spook me. Even though it's really only a problem during like expansion launches and stuff. My favorite old WoW joke used to be, how can you tell if someone played vanilla? Don't worry. They'll tell you. I think it's cool when people have been playing that long. Certainly not me. I tell everyone. Yeah, it's cool history. Having dabbled in Classic, I think I'm pretty safe to say that I'm in the right place as a retail player in modern times. I really like all of our modern systems that we enjoy nowadays. 21. Let's do 2108. I remember when they added transmog and I was just beside myself. I thought it was so cool. That's what those look like. A little red. Now maybe Scarlet Halls will be off the list. Maybe. Where'd Barnacles go? There he is. Remember when the term Wrath Baby used to be used for people who hadn't been playing that long? Yeah, it was kind of slung around as a little bit of an insult. I think just because during Wrath, which is when I started, I'm a total Wrath Baby. the game was hitting like a popularity peak, and a lot of people that were new were seen to be bandwagoning. So there was, especially in that day and age, there was some amount of gatekeeping. That, you know, you're not a real WoW player, you're a Wrath baby. Which is just a really strange conversation to be having in the first place. But nowadays, it's been a couple of minutes since then. Little time's gone by. It's depressing for everybody. Random Red Shirt, thank you for the 55-month resub. Good morning, Hazel. Good luck on the mog hunting. Thank you very much. Scarlet Halls, yes, it's 49 to 49. At least it's blue. I don't think it's going to disappear. Now, Monastery is kind of an interesting thing here. This is the instance I'm farming. And it's got things from new bosses and old bosses here. And it's a little bit confusing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Heroic Monastery. The mop version first. So we'll do Dungeon Difficulty Heroic. And then we want to go into the Monastery Gate because we need a Great Cloak from Thalnos. So we'll try that first. But I think this is naturally going to get a little bit confusing here and there. But this is, as far as I know, the only item I need from this particular difficulty. I'm killing trash for really no reason. Other than it's just kind of fun. We will need to kill trash for, I don't know, checking for rares or something. Also, that reminds me, I need to make sure Barnacles has rare scanner on to kind of help him find things. Alright, Thalnos, you want to drop a Soul Render Great Cloak? Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright. So that's basically all we needed from this difficulty. There are items I need, but I think that's the normal. Yeah, normal. So I think they're going to drop a different colorway on Heroic. I'm going to finish the instance, though. It's not long. And then Barnacles is a druid, so he gets to just kind of port out and back in. Anyways, the longer I dither here, yeah, so I need that helmet just in a different difficulty. The longer I dilly-dally, the less likely I am to run into my instance lockout cap. There's a bunch of zone drops. And the zone drops, I believe, are from old Scalo. I don't know if they drop a new one or not. I think those are from old specifically.
Arise, my champion.
Anything that says added in 10.1.7, that's the old one, paradoxically. Where's my teleport? There it is. Despite playing since Vanilla, I finally joining a raiding group in Dragonflight showed me how little I knew about how to play this game. It's just one part of the game. It's a pretty small part of the game. Okay. And a couple extra item IDs, very nice. And then we're gonna port back, set it to normal, and then go have a poke around because we need a couple items from normal mop era monastery. So we're not going to touch the key this time, but we will get there. Korloff, Mograine, and that version of Whitemane. Those are all mop era loot. So we'll do monastery. And we don't need anything. Harrod is old. Okay. So yeah, it's just four pieces of loot. 4 pieces of loot that we need from this particular version of the instance. Got an item ID, which I'm not mad about. But it'll be fun when we get into the old one because then you're keeping an eye out for graveyard rares. There's 3 different ones that I need loot from. We're hoping for a Helm of Rising Flame from Korloff. Leggings from Whitemane. Leggings from Mograine. Although, actually... No, that Mograine is restored Mograine. Oh, I got the helmet! Nice! Crookies, thank you for the 4-month resub. Appreciate it. Moonglade trick is amazing. Gonna start using my druid to farm old dungeons. And if you don't have your Moonglade port because you got a Dreamwalk instead, that totally works the same way. Very nice for dungeons. A little faster than using custom groups to port out. Yeah, so Whitemane is here, but... Oh no, I do need... Leggings of Hallowed Fire would be great. So I guess maybe I only needed 2 pieces of loot. Yeah, added 1017. Yeah, because she doesn't have Mograine. She has... What's his face? Not Mograine. Commander Duran Duran. Any luck? No, item ID, but no leggings. Okay, so I need to reset this and try her again. Mop Era Whitemane. Not to be confused with not Mop Era Whitemane. Yeah. Reset that. Port back. Do her leggings look... Oh, they don't look like her leggings at all. She has such iconic leggings. Or lack thereof. ZG, Scarlet Monastery, Nax. I mean, that's one more than I knew about. I didn't know that they'd done an old Axis for ZG. That's cool. Okay. So I think we can just zip to the end pretty much. We'll do the bosses anyway. They're on the way. Maybe get lucky and pick up an item ID. Yeah. Because a lot of these things I would have gotten from Remix. Because this was... I don't remember if they had us running this one in Remix or not. It wasn't that long ago. You'd think I would remember. Resetting Radiant Echoes. I don't know. I have a bunch of them in my bags. I know there's like an achievement I need to that has to do with them. haven't even looked at it though. Waiting for editing projects to render sucks. Oh man, that's the best time. That's the wow, I did it. Now I get to relax while I wait time. You know, go outside, see the sunshine or the moonshine or whatever. Nowadays, I have the most first world problem that my computer is too good, the video renders too fast, and I don't get to relax.
Arise, my champion.
Moonshine, you say? Mm-hmm. If it's an egregious amount of time, there could be something up with your render settings that is more onerous than it needs to be. You know. Okay, no luck there, so we go again. Oh, you're doing it on a Steam Deck. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah. When I first started making videos, I had to render them overnight. And in the morning, I would wake up and I would go to the PC to see if it worked. Because maybe one time in 3, it would hit some kind of a critical error and I would have to render it again. Times change. Same thing with uploads. I used to run uploads overnight too. Feeling relaxed, changing focus from mounts to mogs? That's an interesting question. I don't know. I guess I didn't really think I had pivoted. I feel like I collect all of them. It's just this is the one we're doing for now. 10 plus years ago, yeah. I feel pretty relaxed, but I don't really remember how I felt before. Have to upload in the evening because it interrupts my partner's work calls. Yeah, it does do that. Look at this travel form. Isn't this crazy? Listen, I'm always relaxed until I'm not. I just like running instances. I don't think I'm too picky about what I'm running them for, as long as there's some kind of a carrot that could potentially drop on the end of the stick.
To think you've come so far, only to perish here. I'll honor you with clean.
I want to get into the old one. I guess I could always take a break from this and start doing the old one. I also have other characters that I can use their lockouts on if it comes to it. We're hoping she just drops these leggings of hallowed fire. They do share an appearance with a Mop Scalo era leggings as well. Should be in like almost a 10% chance to get them though. Relaxing with a little excitement sometimes. Pretty perfect. Darn it. Alright. I think I'm gonna leave this character alone for a hot second. Get on another character, start doing the same thing. Does that make sense? Not really. Let's not worry about it. I'm gonna bring my other druid through because actually it'll be interesting to see how well she even runs the mop stuff. I feel like I'm flirting with instance cap. Started trying to 100% dungeon drops recently, but zone drops are really rare. Yeah, dungeon zone drops are awful. This one. Water heavy. Muscles tired. So she was in Mordon, but she's done Mordon. As a horde character, I suppose Strat is not the worst thing I could do. But I could also go Frontier's Fogglades, which is probably a better thing for me to do. What's your favorite Disney song? That's hard. It's very hard. I'm having a brain moment. This way. What's the first one that comes to your mind? The first one that came to my mind was I'll Make a Man Out of You by Mulan. Very good. And How Far I'll Go from Moana was also like right there. Despite being much newer and not something I grew up with. And then I feel like there's got to be something from, there's got to be a few from Encanto. So if I'm going here, I need to, oh yeah, there's a portal up here. Whole new world for me. Hakuna Matata song. Yeah, it's a good one. Oh yeah, Horde really do have a better time of this. They're right here. That's not bad at all. It's kind of handy that I got the heroic piece I needed on my first try, because that's a daily luck. It's not something I can just try over and over again. Wow, her bags are small. She has Emperor Silk bags. That's embarrassing. Go the distance, straight fire. Son of Man from Tarzan. I'm a huge Phil Collins fan. I tried listening to Phil Collins because I was feeling like I wanted to listen to the Tarzan songs. And I discovered that outside of the Tarzan songs, there's only like 2 or 3 others that I know. And then like it just kept looping. Like either the discography was not big or the algorithm did not want to show me the rest of them. So this is on normal, I think. Those are the gear upgrade bags. That would do it. All right. Forgot about Tarzan. Made tons of music throughout his career. Oh. Have not seen Tarzan once. Growing up, there was like just a handful of the Renaissance era Disney films that we did not have on VHS. And those are the ones that I've seen the least I'm least familiar with, because we had a chest that had like a bunch of the VHSs, and we would just watch those on loop throughout basically the whole childhood. So anything that we had a copy of, I've seen a million times, and anything we did not have a copy of, I am very unfamiliar with. So like, we did not have Peter Pan or Pinocchio. We did have The Little Mermaid, but at my Nana's house, so I didn't see it as much. There's other examples, but and it's not that they're bad movies, they're just the ones that we randomly didn't have a copy of. Tarzan, we didn't have a copy of Tarzan. We did have George of the Jungle. And when I was a kid, there was this weird rivalry where as children you were expected to choose between Tarzan and George of the Jungle. You could only have one man lost in the jungle kind of a story. Actually, I guess Jungle Book is also Man Lost in the Jungle. We also didn't have a copy of that one. Tarzan, or not Tarzan. George really won for me. Brendan Fraser was king of that era. Cinderella on loop at my house until I was like 8. I have no idea when the Peter Pan film came out. I didn't have it. It just seemed like it might be a classic. I don't know. What are we doing? We are dream walking, I believe. Yeah. Third faction. Kind of want to watch George of the Jungle again. It feels like it's about time. It's from the 50s? Yeah. I guess Disney Renaissance kind of implies like, what, 70s, 80s, 90s? Because we also had some of the older ones. We had Snow White, we had Cinderella, we had Sleeping Beauty. Those are all older. Those are all films that we had that I love very much. I don't need mesh lock. I do need to reset my instance. Forgot about Brendan Fraser doing George of the Jungle. If that was me in that movie, I would just keep it on loop in my house. I would have a television that was like the George of the Jungle television, and then visitors would have to see it when they came in. Just immortalized forever. Doesn't matter if you get older. You know, that's fine. We all get older. We all change. You just got like a stunning recollection of what you looked like at one point in time. A lot of Aladdin, a lot of Lion King. Mm-hmm. Where does Hunchback of Notre Dame fit in? That one's got a soundtrack and a half. Whitemaine's being a little bit stingy here. '94 would be Renaissance? Nah, no Treasure Planet. Finally got an early day off, so excited to play some games. Nice, congrats. How's life going for you guys? Korloff? Yeah. Thought the book was better than the movie for Notre Dame? Isn't the book for Notre Dame incredibly dark and very different from the Disney film, and also kind of dense? Like, it's quite old, right? Isn't it, it's not Victor Hugo, is it? It is Victor Hugo. Published in 1831, and I think Victor Hugo also did what, Phantom of the Opera, like the one that the book that, oh, he did Les Miserables, that's right. Renowned for his poetry collection. That would be a very not like other kids take to have as a kid. I thought that the 1831 book was better. Like, I'm sure it's a classic. I'm not saying it's a bad book, but that's just a really funny thing for a kid to say. Not like other children. Same guy who did Les Mis. One thing I will always appreciate my mom for, she made us read. No luck. No luck on these leggings. My goodness. I think I read like a plot synopsis for original Hunchback. Am I crazy? And yeah, he did write. Oh no, no, that's Gaston Leroux. Pardon me. Both part of the French tradition of Beauty and the Beast stories. I see. Victor Hugo did not write the Phantom of the Opera book. I read the synopsis for the book of Hunchback, and I was like kind of horrified. And even the movie is still kind of dark. A lot of the older ones from that time period really dark, like Beauty and the Beast. Kinlight, thank you for the 17-month resub. Yeah, I mean, people make children's stories to like entertain children for one, but also to educate them, I suppose. And I think that's why in like a lot of the old ones, you know, you're educating your children by means of fear. Listen to your parents or else blank, or whatever it may be. And they're just like horrific things, just scary, spooky stories. And then more modern ones might be more moral based, maybe less harsh consequences, maybe not, who's to say. I don't know anything. What are we doing? We're hoping we get leggings of hallowed fire from White Maid. How many of Grimm's tales end in horrific deaths for all characters? Alright, one pair of leggings, please. And then we can start doing Old Scullo. It's gonna be from here. Can't see his face. I know, you're kidding. We have the luxury of taking longer to grow up nowadays. Yeah. Oh, speaking of older-ish media, not that old, only 1990. I guess older than me. I watched Mermaids last night with Cher and Winona Ryder and a baby Christina Ricci, who's very cute. I was expecting actual mermaids, and I watched the entire movie. And there were no actual mermaids. I don't know why I thought it was going to be a thing. Like a supernatural movie. It was not. Imagine the reading needs of some 9-year-old who came off a shift in the coal mine different. It was good. Saw mermaids in the cinema. I thought it was a well-made movie. I thought they did a good portrayal of like a teenage girl and what it's like to be a teenage girl. False advertising. I know it was set in 63, but the age gap in one of the romances was real tough to stomach, but I don't know. What are you gonna do? Bob Hoskins too. Yeah, it was good. I was very surprised by what a good actress Cher was. She was very engaging to watch. I didn't really know that she had acted in movies. I was familiar with all the big dance hits, but wild stuff when you look back at older media. I mean, the movie came out in 1990. Which is, yes, a while ago, but also not that long ago. And this teenage girl is 15, and she moves into a new house. And there's this caretaker guy who's all cute and stuff. And then the mom finds out how old he is, and she's like, "Oh, he's 26 and cute as a button. He'd be great for you." It's like, excuse me? Your mom is saying that? That's wild. Oy. Especially when she's such, like, all teenagers are teenagers, but she's such a teenager in that character. And like Winona Ryder was 15 acting in that too. Yeah, I watched Moonstruck. Moonstruck was the thing that made me watch Mermaids, and Joe versus the Volcano, because I love Moonstruck so much. I wanted to see other things that featured the same people. I have not seen Splash, but if it's Tom Hanks and an actual mermaid, I am sold. I have also seen Juno. Okay. Wow, no luck there. How old was I? I think I watched it when it came out, ish. Came out in 07. I think I would have watched it maybe 2010, 2011, so I would have been 2019-ish. Same guy wrote Moonstruck and Joe versus the Volcano. That was why I watched it. I need to find out if there's more good ones from that same writer, because I thought he was so funny. Did you think Jason Bateman was cool back then? I have to Google Jason Bateman. Oh, no. No! Not in that role. No, that role was very icky. I don't remember how I felt about it at the time. That's the thing, is that kind of viewing will feel differently with some time. Yeah. Yeah. There. We're going back in. One pair of leggings of hallowed fire, please. I did not think that Whitemane was going to hold out where Lord Kree did not. Kind of thought I would be hung up in AQ all day, but it turns out that's not the case. I just wanted to drop these pants so we can get into the old version of it. It's the last thing I need from this version. Unless I'm just wildly lost. I guess I can wowhead this. But I don't think so. Whitemane refusing to let you take her pants. How come it's always pants? It's always pants. Trash near the entrance has rare drops? Okay. Is it the same ones from the instance, or are they separate to the area? The Burbs is great. Joe Dante film. Different, gotcha.
Only to perish here. I'll honor you with clean deaths. My legend begins now.
Yeah, like a 5% drop rate. I guess that takes a while. Not like a big guarantee. Nothing. No. I needed that sword for an ID though. Finishing up Legion LFR mogs, and all the zone drops are a later richer me problem. I feel like Legion LFR zone drops are probably not that expensive, especially if you don't mind shopping around on different servers. There's probably somebody trying to offload them for cheap. I think I gotta go kill these guys. I think I've upset them. Or maybe we're just generally upset. I don't have Shadow Melt because I'm not a Night Elf. All the things is the add-on that shows the items that we need here. All the things. Yeah. Might need to run out. This one at least is not super far from the entrance. I've seen worse. There's mobs that are fighting. There's mobs that are fighting target dummies, and that can keep you in combat as well. But at this point, it's a real mystery. Oh yeah, the zombie pile would do it too. Look at them practicing. I love doing stuff on a Zandalari troll though, because I have this add-on that every time I loot gold, it tells me how much extra gold I got. 3 silver, 5 silver, 2 silver, 2 silver. Popular LAC dungeon. The other version of it, right? Not this version? Well, I'm gonna exit the instance, I guess. We can just do it this way. Yeah, Zandalari trolls loot extra gold. The modern one, really? Why? Unique zone drops. So these drop in the modern version? I figured I would have to go to old, or is it somewhere else? LAC, I believe, stands for Loot Appraiser Competition, which is where multiple people that are interested in farming instances for gold would run the same instance at the same time, and then see who accrued a greater value of loot in that time frame. But I could be just off base. Challenge? Oh, pardon me. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm trying to get this last piece I need from modern before I go into the old version. I do have the key, but I need these leggings.
Come so far, only to perish here. I'll honor you with clean death. My legend begins now.
Arise, my champion. No grain.
Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Nice. Alright, we got our leggings, and now we can go into old. We can go into the old one. So I'm going to clean out our bags a little bit.
I have many lucky doos you like.
Or a lot. Love scrap. Makes all of this wildly easier. Head back. We're going to pick up the key this time. I'm going to keep running on this druid until it kicks her out. And then we can get back on Barnacles. From now on, my guild will only do death roll challenges for a more ethical approach. Okay, so the annoying thing is that the instances are not necessarily all linked together, and I'm a little confused about which ones I need because there's stuff in different spots. I know I need Graveyard. I have the key buff. Now I have the key buff. We need a bunch of different instances. I guess I'll just start on the left, see what's in there. Because I know there's more entrances. I was poking around here earlier off stream. 10:30. So yeah, we got zone drops. Now we're in the old version of the same instance. So there should be a few different rares that could be up in Graveyard. But this is going to be kind of fun because now we're actually into the older area. Also, you forget that there was a literal torture chamber down here. And the whole thing of like the guy that you have to free or kill or whatever it is. There's like a quest mob down here. Bloody brass knuckles. Those are BOP actually. Oh, I see. They're from the boss. They're from Vicious. Or Voral, I suppose. I don't know. And then we want to... I'm going to do a lot of trash. Because there's zone drops anyway. And there's different rares that spawn down here, but... I just want to make sure we catch them. Iron Spine's up. There's one. Iron Spine could drop me Iron Spine's ribcage. If he's feeling up to it. And he just sits up top here. Nice. He did drop me his ribcage. Thank you very much. Alright, we don't need to worry about him anymore. Fallen Champion and Ahn'Qiraj the Sleepless are the other two that we're missing. But I have a feeling we're going to be in here quite a few times, so not too crazy worried. I think at least one of them might be downstairs in the crypt too. But this is the end of this instance. Oh, another chest in here. Oh, that one's locked. See, they gotta give us Mechanome Druids. Alright, so we can reset. Yeah, I guess if we're specifically looking for graveyard rares, we could probably just target them. Like, do macros. Champion. And then... I forget, Ahn'Qiraj the Sleepless, I think, but... I'll spell check it when I get in there. Mind sharing all your different Hearthstones you've collected? Yeah, I have a list of them here somewhere. So if we don't share Hearthstone, these are this is my list of Hearthstones. So there's 2, 4, 6, 7, 21, 23, 24. I've got 25 different Hearthstones. I won't go through all of them, but generally you have to say holiday Hearthstones, cosmetic Hearthstones from Covenants, couple of extra ones from other things like the Torghast and whatnot. That add-on is Tome of Teleportation. Gives you a nice little, here I'll do random, nice little menu of the different places that you can teleport to with portals that you have on your character. Alright, so we gotta get the keys back. Just for fun. We will do more of graveyard checking for rares. But I want to kind of poke around the other instances too, because they're all in the same entry, so I feel like we can kind of mix and match here. This has got... Actually, I don't know what's in here. I'll find out when I run it, I suppose. So this is actually the cathedral, I guess. Which means that old Mograine is here. And we may as well do as much trash as we can. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a blue drop of some description. These are pretty valuable. And also I don't have them, so I would need them for learning and stuff. How many unique hearthstones? 1? Question mark? I don't think I understand. They all skin the regular stone. There's 1 or 2 of them that don't skin the stone, but they still appear as a toy. I guess if you're looking for, like, there's the Dalaran Hearthstone, the Garrison Hearthstone, and then the regular one. But yeah, 25 different cosmetics. For me, anyway. I'm sure there's more. Oh, gold thorn. Maybe I'll start posting my greens. This is a different server, so they haven't seen my 25 gold per. So we're Mograine has a couple of things. Scarlet leggings. And then gauntlets of divinity. Oh, I can make them all show up. That's nice.
Arise, my champion.
At your side, milady.
I needed that shield for an item ID. Kind of a cool Scarlet Monastery shield. But it wasn't one of these 2 things. Back room with another boss? Oh yeah, you're right. Let's go have a look. Do I have to do something special to make him show up? Have to click the wall? Uh-oh. That's nice and specific. I don't even think I need anything from him. Found it. See if this ends up being worth doing or not. Heaven forbid he just be there. Well, now what? Alright. I did at least need the item ID. We can reset, maybe poke around and see what else they got.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles. Like you. Farewell, friend of the Grummles.
Let's see if we can check some random, if there's any greens that have any particular value. Hi, Hazel. Hope your day is going well. Hello, Belia. Can't complain so far. Not too bad. The item ID count's going up. Plus, if we sell enough of these greens for cheap, then maybe we'll have enough gold to buy this character some better bags. I guess I can also post up her like gold thorn and stuff. That's why I picked it, is because that stuff usually sells 20-ish gold per piece. Yeah, let's try each instance. Let's just go try out the next one. Have a little poke around. Eventually we'll figure out what's where. We need stuff from all of them, so there's no real wrong answer here. Yeah, we got the keyring. We finished getting everything we needed from the Scarlet Monastery, so now we're starting to have a little poke around the old version of it. Alright, so this looks like it's gonna have Herod, I want to say. And I do need things from him. Let's see. Well, they just let me, nice. When I tried to run the new version of this when they're shooting at you, I tried to skip the shield pickup and just bull forward through it. And they just keep knocking you back. It was very embarrassing. No, Scarlet Monastery BOEs yet. There a dungeon I can spam for gold? Oh, sure, yeah. There's lots of them. Depends on what you're in the mood for. I'm not hyper up on the very finest ones for gold making. I think it'll depend a bit on whether or not you want to sell transmog. And whether you're looking to like get like a super rare jackpot that almost never drops but it's worth a lot if it does, or if you just want like a lot of steady gold. Ahn'Qiraj, thank you for the 11-month resub. You may or may not be better off than just doing gold world quests and modern content though. Especially if you have a couple alts to run them on. You can do pretty reliable raw gold that way. Trying to level my earthen pally. Nice. Well, it's lovely trash in here anyway. So Herod has 3 items for me. Yeah, the problem... Hey, we got one. Problem with selling transmog is that you have to contend with people like me who are chucking things up on the auction house for a real fraction of their value. Oh, we gotta do the trainees, see if we can get a tabard. Once you're on Scalo, interesting choice to make about how much time you put into Headmaster's Will. What is it? Is it cool looking? Yeah, you just get it first try. Who's to say we're not gonna just get the item?
May your feet find good trails.
Weapons generally not like wildly valuable for Mog. I think I did unlock the next secret. I don't really remember how, but I think I unlocked it for something.
Good fortune to our
I don't know how to tell if I did it or not, though. And then I think there's one other instance that I haven't run yet over here. I haven't got any of the blues that I need yet from any of these. Oh, no, that's not true, actually. I got one helmet that we needed from, I think I just tried to kill a druid. I think I just tried to swipe a druid. I was out here farming stuff just like me. Oh, gee. Oopsies. Halls. I don't think I need anything from halls, but I'm gonna... Oh, I forgot to zone into old one. I definitely don't need anything from new halls. Yeah, well, there goes one of my instance lockouts. Don't need anything in here. My bad. What are you trying to get? I'll show you the list as soon as we get in. I've got all the things here tracking the item appearances I still need. But I forgot to pick up my keys. Too busy trying to kill innocent hunters. Did I get it? Yeah, I got the buff. Okay. We're trying to get all the things. Ish. Oh, man. Okay, so she's actually kicked out. She's cooling down. But we have another druid who's out here who's got a separate batch of lockouts, so I'll log on to that one and start that. I think that we're going to be in Scarlet Monastery for a while. There's quite a few items from quite a few different areas and bosses. And it doesn't seem to be, like, it seems to be kind of like a one item per boss situation, which slows things down substantially. I got lucky today, though. I got my last thing from AQ. I'm so happy. Barnacles has got 15k gold he scraped up from doing all this instance farming. It's probably from all the random things I've been selling. The next raid in the list is going to be a TBC raid because we have to get through all the classic dungeons. After we finish Zul'Farrak, which is going to be a whole thing. BC World bosses, actually. Doomlord Kazakh. Doomlord Kazakh. That's going to be kind of annoying because I'm going to have to find him up. And then Karazhan. Pray for me. Karazhan. Old Karazhan. But we have a few more dungeons before we have to face that kind of thing. I'm going to make sure I have the key before I go inside. Get a little distracted here. Kind of whatever. The WoW drop rate's 0.006. Oh no, just 0.06. Pardon me. That's practically guaranteed. Yeah, it doesn't sound like the kind of thing I'm going to hold out for. Fun with chess. Ahn'Qiraj's chess isn't bad. It's just kind of time consuming. They've nerfed it at some point along the way. Ooh, this has a lot of stuff. Okay. So this is Old Halls. And it's going to have like library and stuff. So we're going to have, yeah, a few bosses that drop things we need in here. So the Houndmaster doesn't actually sit out here. He's got his own little side room. Which is still in the newer version. It's just empty. He hangs out over here. He can drop me dog training gloves. Thank you. That's exactly what I needed. So this is what we're looking for. If we hide the zone drops, that's maybe a more realistic list. But you know, if we get the zone drops, then we get the zone drops. Never hear about Sunken Temple anymore. Miss that Scooby-Doo looking dungeon. I'm gonna need a speed set before I go in there. That place is big. I was also very guilty of falling in the hole. I don't know if there still is a hole in there, but there certainly used to be. That one's locked. There's a book. These books must be for something. I guess it is a library. Maybe they're just for reading. Modern Sunken Temple, basically one big room now. Alright, Arcanist Stone could give me his robe, which would be great. He chose not to do so, though, so. Time for us to open his strongbox? No, I got a key. And reset. That's the side that I need to... That's a good... Well, is it actually? I just need one more thing from Arcanist. Yeah, I missed the Bear Tartar speed buff. It was really good.
Not everything in the ocean is as good-looking or nice-mannered as I am.
I should probably take a break. It's almost 11 o'clock. I'll be right back. When I put on my slippers to get up, I felt something in my slipper and I found the other earbud. It fell in my shoe. Okay, we're going back. Cozy up in 1400 layers. Basically like you never got out of bed. Okay. Which side do I want to do? I could keep rotating them. I could keep going kind of like left to right. Maybe we should just pick one and do that until it's finished. Let's go over here. So we got what we needed from Huntsman. So this is Arcanist Doan's robe is what we're here for in this particular one. Plus, you know, any zone drops that it happens to want to drop for me. Wouldn't say no. If I was leveling like tailoring, this would be a great time to do it because I'm getting all kinds of cloth that I end up just either vendoring or selling very cheap. But the fact that it continues to be cheap makes me think that if I do eventually come to level it, I will be able to buy lots for not that much. I think Professions is actually going to be quite fun. It'll be a whole big thing. You know, I'll probably pick one profession and do one expansion at a time so I can kind of narrow my scope to like classic tailoring and have one character that's designated as the tailor and just stay in classic until I have the recipes and have made the things that I need appearance wise. And I think that could take me like a really long time. Especially because of my insistence of having it on a clothy. Like I know you can and there's lots of good reasons to have like an armor crafting profession on a character that can't wear any of it. But I don't like doing it. It doesn't match. It doesn't match. It feels messy. Messy, messy, messy. Let's see if these will come with me. I don't really want to wait for them to stop casting, but maybe they won't be casting. Maybe we can just... But I do want to get everybody. Whenever I decide to do a new prof for doubles like mining and engineering, don't move on until both are done. I guess I could do double armor crafting, and that way, if it was a question of BOP recipes, especially given that I'm probably going to buy most of my mats and not farm them, you know, I could do like tailoring and leatherworking in one character, and then they're getting both, like for the BOP recipe drops, basically. These things reset. My goodness, you guys didn't come with me at all. That's okay. Won't stress about it. Ooh, what did I get? Scaled leather headband. Looks kind of fetching. Recently got pawn nettle. I told myself if I ever get that mount, go for the scepter of Ahn'Qiraj. It's the worst. Oh, I'm sorry. Congrats on your pawn nettle. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if I'm gonna do professions that don't have transmog on them, but then I guess it's not just armor crafting that's gonna have transmog on them. Lots of them will.
Step closer and don't mumble.
You're fine only getting most recipes. They don't take long, depending on where you draw the line. Okay. Dead stuck on classic tailoring. Neff just won't drop the last 3 patterns I need. Yeah, that's frustrating. I think it's a much later me problem because I don't think I would start recipes for their own sake and not just... maybe I would do a pass that's just crafting for transmog. But I could also then just go ahead and do, like, buy some of that because a lot of it will be BOE. Some of it's BOP. I would have to do some crafting for transmog. Crafting mogs that are locked behind a spec. Maybe. I think there's probably a lot of other mog in the game that we can farm before we get to that dire point, though. Especially as we get deeper and deeper into the all the things list. I think there's going to be farms with lots of good stuff in them. I like doing the dungeons because I'm kind of doing double duty and I'm getting zone drops as well. Like just world drops, really. Because where else are you really going to get them? I mean, I guess the auction house. I guess there's lots of cheap ones in the auction house, but you know, if you buy 200 things that are cheap, all of a sudden you spend kind of a lot of gold. It adds up. I just need to get the world farming mog and then all of them posting things just as cheap as I'm posting things. And then there will be lots of cheap things that I need for me to buy. It's a perfect plan. Alright, Arcanist Stone. If you could kindly... Oh no, we got another corner to do, that's right. I need his robe. Is that less insulting than trying to get his pants? I love it when the chests aren't locked. Alright, friend. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yes, nice. Perfect, okay. So we're done with this area. We can do Herod's area, or we can do Cathedral, or we can do Graveyard. I think it's 3 different instances, and we need things from each of them. Which is, you know, a step down from 4. I don't know why I always go around the corner. We're good. These things are kind of nostalgic. I remember getting these drops, like running the dungeon on, like when I was leveling in Wrath. Apparently not on characters that I kept the items on or anything. 100% not bother with Kazakh. The spawn timer seems like many days. People camp it hard on every server. Oh, really? Oh. Why does he get camped so hard? Just Mog? Same reason I want him? Oh dear. I kind of thought it'd be like a 10-20 minute spawn timer sort of situation. I was hoping. So this is trying for Herod. Fun mobile games you're playing right now? Hearthstone BGs don't count. That's the only thing I'm playing. I'm so lost in the new BG patch. It's brand new, which is why I'm lost, but I am absolutely useless. No, I don't really play mobile games. I try not to. I tend to do better the more time I spend off my phone. Besides, it's not like I have a transit commute where I've got time to fill. If I have gaming time, I'm probably near a computer. Glad you're having fun with it. Just curious? Yeah. Try not to think about all the items that we deleted before they could be collected. Yeah, a couple things lost to time. Alright, well maybe we'll skip him. If he's gonna be that rude. You know, not a skip forever, just kind of a come back to it later sort of thing. That's what I'm more or less trying to do as I go through this, is figure out what is reasonable to grind out and what is unreasonable. And just kind of put all the unreasonable stuff in a later me problem basket. Where if I collect all of the reasonable things in the game, then I'll still have like a lot of things. And then I'll have like really exciting projects left, you know? Playing a game called Dragon Quest XI. Really fun. Alright, Herod. I need your shoulder. Just one. And I need your leggings. Scarlet leggings. I got Ravager. That's not what we were after. Oh, hang on. Before I teleport out, Scarlet Trainees. Can't forget. At least until we get a tabard. They're not crazy rare. Because you kill so many of these guys. I used to get this in my hunter all the time. I don't think it was a good weapon for her to use, but... the add-on isn't called a lot of things. It could be. It would be accurate. Come collect many things. Plenty of things.
That would scare you shellers. Come back with some better stories.
I must just be everybody's favorite. Hey, if we sell something for 25 gold, it's 25 gold we get to keep. Better than what it vendors for. Alright, so we're doing armory again. Because we need things from Herod, and because we need the tabard. And we're going to remember to pick up our key, which we have to do every time. We have yet to see any zone drops. That's not too surprising. I think they're pretty rare. It would be cool if we saw one, though, while we were doing all of this. One of these guys. Maybe a Warchief kilt. I think that's why I'm killing so much trash. Because if we were just zipping through here to try the boss, we could do that pretty fast. A lazily curated selection of some of the easier to acquire things. It's still better than, what, 99.3? 99.7? I forget what my point is. Percent of transmog collections? And that's now! We're still in classic dungeons. We have all of the other expansions worth of dungeons to run. It's been great getting all these greens. Not a very valuable one. Was a trash drop, though. 99 was mounts. Mog was a little lower. I think it was still 99 something. 99.6. 99.69. Oh, oops. Sorry. 99.69. Nearly 99.7. In terms of percentile of Mog collections. It's not Mogs collected. That would be crazy. Nice. I needed this. Perfect. Okay. I still need one more thing. I still need him to drop his shoulder. It's like the heirloom look-alike. Well, I guess it doesn't look exactly alike. Otherwise, I would have maybe given it to me. Classic dungeons with a random epic off a boss. It's going to depend on how gross it is. If it's something I feel like I can It's going to depend on how gross it is. If it's going to be like a sub 1% chance and I'm off of a boss and not off of trash, then I'm probably not going to try to grind it. We haven't run into any of those yet, though. Still can't believe that there's someone who needs under 1k items to be done with collecting. Is that the best collection in the world? Yeah. Somebody who has 99.99998% of transmog. It's a lot of nines. Purple two-hander from Baron at the end of Undead Strath. Or the Blade of Eternal Darkness from Mordon. We got like 5 of those. I don't think they were rare. But if they were, then that was bananas. Alright, let's see if we can get that last piece off Herod. This is nice. This is a little bit more bite-sized than the raid farming, and it's a little bit less running around, which is nice. Call that most of the loot. And he collects everything. Probably near 100%. You could probably look up her character on data for Azeroth. It's a 0.002% from Princess and Classic. They probably cranked it up. No. We just got a 0.002 to drop 5 times. I'm just that lucky. It's nice being done with Maradon. That was a lot of running. Herod's Shoulder. It's going to be a little bit of a project. We just got to get lucky once. Oh, an item. Oh, so the Scarlet Leggings that I got off of Herod here, they also could have dropped from Mograine, but because I got them, that's one less thing I need to farm in Cathedral. That's kind of nice. Hey, we did it. That's excellent. I really thought that was going to be harder. All right. So shoulder done, which means we need 2 graveyard rares. That's probably going to burn some instance lockouts because I think we could just target those guys. And then 1 item, Gauntlets of Divinity from Mograine and Cathedral. Also, I got a tabard, so we're going to hang on to that because we'll need it one day for something. Something Darkmoon Pharaoh, I'm not sure. Stick it in his bank where it's safe, I think. They're not going to vendor that, are they? Nah.
Fine, leave. I was done talking to you anyway.
Okay.
If you find anything exotic,
Still waiting for someone to start buying those. Looking for long champions. Mob is a pretty shy one. Okay. Am I going to try Mograine first? I think I'm going to try Mograine first. That'll be the last one that we do. Why is this thing so valuable? Unique appearance from Deeb. Does he suck or something? Like, or is it just like a really low drop rate? My goodness. It's a very valuable hammer. Cranial thumper. So I think we're coming in, yeah, for Cathedral, perfect. I thought this was gonna, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still plenty left to farm here, but this is kind of cruising along. Hoping for Gauntlets of Divinity. Added back in recently, everyone needed it right at the start. Oh, okay. Well, that's good news. And then I guess people didn't continue to farm it. Hopefully nobody's buying it for that price anymore. How thorough do I want to be about our trash here? It always feels like a waste of time until it drops you something. The two rares are in Graveyard, so not this instance, but the farthest one on the left. So we're hoping for Gauntlets of Divinity for Mograine. He's got to get rezzed, though.
Your side, milady.
Da-da-da-da-da. Nice. That was the piece we needed from there, so I guess it's time to start checking. Here, we'll do the last guy. I think it's darn time to start checking Graveyard for rares. This is, I really thought this was going to be like a week-long project of Scarlet Monastery, and it's turning into like a 1.5-dayer. As Sheer the Sleepless. Yeah, spelled it right. I wonder if they're both just in range of the entrance, if this is just going to be kind of a run-in, run-out situation. Could not remember how to get to that guy. Yeah, me either. Chat had to walk me through it today.
Good luck.
I'm gonna look up on Wowhead and see what people are saying for this. Champion. Tricky to get to spawn. They can be there. Unlikely. Oh, weird. So they had a weird spawn method back in the day of actually like respawning from respawning trash as opposed to just checking the instance. If I sort by new, people are just using target macros and resets. Somebody from 2023 said they decided to see if they would respawn 8 spots only where the bosses can respawn every 15-ish minutes. That person got downvoted. Anyway. Use macro, maybe we'll get lucky. One in the catacombs, not in the range of the entrance if you still need it. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where the different guys spawn. It looks like neither of them are up right now because I went into the wrong instance. Oopsie daisy. My bad. Rip one of my lockouts. Let's go grab the key. We might get booted here. Because this one doesn't need to be ported out of, it would be a good run for a hunter too. I can take my horde hunter out here. Alright, well, we're in. That's good. Neither macro is popping anybody. So by some metrics, we would just zone out and back in. I'll do a little clear.
Tell me everything.
Yeah, I don't know where that guy spawns. Actually, Fallen Champion might be underneath too. It says, Wowheads was kind of saying that there's different spots that the different rares will pop in. I saw Iron Spine on the left in that mausoleum there. But it sounds like there's different areas they could be in, maybe. I could just be thorough for fun. And zone drops. This just reminds me of old Graveyard. Just reminds me of Headless Horseman. I guess I'm not going to wait around for things to respawn.
Hunger for vengeance.
Lack of Horseman's Reigns in my account reminds me of the Headless Horseman. Let's reset. We can try just wiggling in the door frame. See if anybody wrote anything different for his Shear the Sleepless. Actually, I'm very curious to know. It's only 500 yards away. I'm gonna check on this rare over here. See if he's up. See if he wants to drop a cranial thumper. No? Okay, worth a look. Kind of a cool old area. It says there's 22 different zone drops that I have. I guess maybe these are the unique ones. That could be it. Alright, I'm getting my key. I'm getting my key. Don't forget your key. Otherwise, you're going to go in the mop version and you're going to be sad. That Zandalari druid that I was on might have her lockouts coming up again soon, too. She's in the same area. Okay. No target on either of them here. Let's just zip through. We're looking for Morbid Dawn and a Necrotic Wand. Morbid Dawn is a sword. Someone on Wowhead has posted a macro that's just a target macro for the 3 rares. It's got each of the 3 in it. And then they're like, this is a macro I use. It's gotten me some rare bosses before, so I know it works. I don't think it's written very well, but it's functional. And the macro is like just /target fallen champion / target iron spine. Like, it's written just fine. There's not really a whole lot else you gotta do. 1 minute stuns into Zara lore. Oh boy. I don't remember that. Oh, or do I? Is it the council boss? That one can be kind of ugly. Okay. Ice section before the monk boss. Oh. I don't think it would work this way, but it would be kind of crazy if something wanted to spawn like after you'd first run through the area. As far as respawning concerned, if you have hours, then sure. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just run into basically the graveyard itself.
Tell me everything.
You know, check the macro, and then if they're not there, I'll just run out and reset. We won't do the whole thing. And we'll just do that until we run out of lockouts. There's a few different things they could spawn, so, or they could drop, so this could pretty easily turn into a mesh lock situation. Reset. I still have the key, actually, because I haven't ported out, but Barnacles is no longer allowed in, so I'll log out on him. See if I have any resets on my other Horde Druid, or my Horde Druid. And then failing that, I've got a Hunter I can move out here that's got lockouts. Someone said the macro didn't hit until it got like almost to the tomb. We'll take a look at that. Check this character. But if we run out, then we don't have to bother getting the key again or running up the stairs. Let's just take the sleepless out. Doesn't help that we haven't actually found them up yet, so we don't know exactly when we're targeting them. We can go basically right to here. And if it was in the tomb, I think we would have gotten it by now. So then back out, which I think is probably going to be faster to run. Oh, very dark hallway. I think we'll probably run out of instance lockouts before we run out of time. I got so lucky with the first rare, though. He dropped me the thing I needed right away. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll reset. We still have the key buff, so we can just turn around and go right back in. Don't mind me. No targets yet. Okay, no luck. I'll sprint back and try again. Be fun to see one of these up just once.
Tell me everything.
Is Scalo next after Scarlet Monastery? It must be, right? Alphabetically? Yeah, it will be. And there's like 50 items we need from there, so that'll keep us busy for a while. Reset. Go back. Golden Iron Destroyer plants. I should probably hang on to some of this stuff to make it cheaper when I'm collecting recipes, but I don't know. Saying when I'm collecting recipes sounds like kind of a big ask. No luck? Nope. Try again. The actual sword, or the mace, though, is an appearance I don't have collected yet, so.
Tell me everything.
They released the Mop Deluxe Edition. Pondering on spending a bit over $1 million gold on it. Love the mounts. The Mop Deluxe Edition. Oh man, they did it with Kata too, but they're starting to get back into expansions where I bought the collector's edition the first time. That's been reset. I'm sure they did beautiful mounts for it though, they usually do. Heroic Shaw set on the shop now. Shaw infused heroic pack. I see. Yeah, no. No, thank you. Not for me. Cat might need that. Cat. Oh yeah, it's like a Shaw tiger. There's also a cloud serpent. Live in Michigan, not as expensive as yours is showing. Yeah, mine has Canadian prices. It's just, it's kind of a rough coincidence for WoW that they started doing like a lot of extra cash shop transactions and promo bundles and microtransactions and macro transactions right around when groceries went from being expensive to like really expensive. It's tough because I feel like I got. I mean, it's not tough. It's a fairly straightforward decision, but Oh, I got a torturing poker. You know, I think I can live without the shock cat. Reset. Head back in. It'd be cool if we can find one of these rares up. I'll go a little bit slower.
Tell me everything.
Yeah, if you've got lots of gold, it's basically just extra gold sync mounts and stuff. Food or WoW Cosmetics, hard choice. Guess it's bread and water for me this month. Yeah, they put up some shop packs pretty recently. I think it's fine because the more they put up, the easier it is for me to kind of let them pass me by. I just don't really count them when I'm thinking about collecting numbers. And I've played for long enough and collected enough mounts now that I know that there's basically nothing that they're gonna make that I need that badly. Transmog Grizzly looking tempting. Glad that one wasn't limited time. Yeah. Yeah, the burrito is kind of a special case, and it was kind of gross because it was so expensive. But it's such strong functionality. It's easier to justify than just like another mount skin. Even if you had a burrito before, it's really strong. We put a lot of gold into that one. Still trying to earn gold for the witch pack. 20% of the cost of the original if you paid gold. Not with Canadian prices and tax. I think I did 6 tokens that set me back somewhere in like the 1.8 mil range. Because I had to buy an extra token to cover the tax. It would depend on when you got your token price. Also, the rare's not up. Yeah, definitely cheaper than the first Brutosaur, for sure. Don't get me wrong. And the first one was worth it. The first one was a great buy. I don't regret it at all. Oh, look at that. Sage's Staff. It's an offhand. Second one made me happy, didn't do the first one. I don't know, you're missing. Come back with some better stories. It's added a lot of value to my life. They're gonna stop letting me in here pretty soon. Maybe. Another lockout comes up in another 80 seconds, so we're actually doing okay. Oh, Ashir is up this time. We found a rare. We're hoping that he drops us his Necrotic Wand. Necrotic Wand is what we're hoping for from him. Curious to see where he is. Don't like how complicated turning shop money, golden shop money is. Had enough gold to buy the Bruto, didn't understand the system. Yeah. You, yeah, I guess it's not super intuitive. You have to go to the in-game auction house, and it's an item that you purchase on the auction house. And then when you get the item in the mail, you right-click it, and you can choose whether you want to add balance to your BattleNet balance, or whether you'd like to add game time. So for a shop item, you would choose balance. And then when you have enough balance in your account, you can use that to make your purchase. Oh, so he's over here. But yeah, more steps than just buying it for money for sure. Oh, blighted leggings, not what we were after. Still though, exciting to see him up. A little proof of concept. I miss when tokens were like 20k each, 30k maybe. On NA and WAD, it was amazing. I got tons of them. Also, I've turned the wrong way. Don't mind me. I just kept buying them until they wouldn't let me add any more game time onto my account, and then I coasted for 2 years of sub fees. Great. Yeah. And then, but of course, by the time I ran out, the tokens had gone up in price substantially, and they were much more expensive. Because I was just buying it with mission table. Different buzzword. Mission table gold in WAD. Wonder why. Yeah, it could be the shop stuff and the amount of cash things that they're putting out that are desirable. Inflation as well. People have more gold to spend. They're willing to spend more gold or on balance. And I think part of it's probably like economy, you know, like people not wanting to put real $40, $60, $100 into something. If they have the time to play WoW, they're more likely to try to farm it out with gold if they are, if you're trying to keep your discretionary spending under control. No luck there. But we need to be in the instance for about 2 minutes just to make sure that my instance lockup comes back up again. I guess I can actually clear out my bags in here while I wait. Oh no, I can't. Can't mount up. I suppose I can do it this way.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles, like you. Farewell, friend of the Grummles. I have many, many wares.
I might have a couple too many add-ons turned on in this character. Oops. So once we get these last two items from Scarlet Monastery, we're going to be moving on into Scalo. Get our key. Very important. Which means I'm going to have to unlock Old Scalo. I guess I can get stuff from New Scalo. Oh, am I not allowed in? I don't think I'm allowed in anymore. Oh, there we go. That was weird. Just let me walk right through it. I might try to farm the toy. I know I don't need to have it myself, but I might want to have it just for collecting's sake. Oh, Ahn'Qiraj's back up again. Perfect. One more chance at the necrotic wand. That is 2 spawns for Ahn'Qiraj in somewhere around a dozen resets. None for Fallen Champion. But we'll keep hitting the buttons as we get deeper in. I'll just also check the spelling of my macro. Celestar Fallen Champion. Yeah, okay. Looks good.
Tell me everything.
Preach pronounces it with a sh, and he fights for his life when his chat points it out. Ah, good for him. You can get farm modern mog and the toy at once. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. And you got the BMAW mounts. X-Backs ago. How much were they? The BMAW mounts. Which BMAW mounts? Do you mean TCG mounts? Because those are sometimes on the BMAW. I bought them on the regular auction house. And I bought them for between sort of 100 and 300k, but Spectral Tiger I paid $1 million for. I paid $1 million gold in WAD for my Swift Spectral. And I did it from another player that had one to sell. Okay, this time he is in a different spot. He's over here. But it was a good time because a lot of the mounts were cheaper back then. Same leggings. You know, for reasons that we shall not investigate too closely. And I also had a lot of liquid gold from the mission table, so it was very boring. I feel like I did about 45 to 90 minutes every morning in WAD just doing mission tables on alts because the add-ons weren't super amazing for them yet. Like, we had Garrison Mission Manager, and it was something, but it didn't hold a candle to what TLDR became eventually, so it still took me over an hour, I think, most mornings in WAD. I would have my cup of tea or whatever, and I would just do missions and watch YouTube, like, every day. But it paid off because I made all that gold, and I have all those things still. But yeah, I was very proud to buy that Spectral Tiger. It's still one of my proudest mounts, I think. Even though I've like made more gold and I've bought more expensive mounts since. That one was special. Reset. And back in. Maybe Fallen Champion will be up this time. 3 minutes before our next lockout comes up, so we can really take our time here. I used to think that those bloody brass knuckles were a zone drop, and I was like, ooh, which one did I get? And then I realized there's a boss there. And that's just his loot. That's just what he likes to drop. No rares, doesn't look like. We'll check at the end of the hall. We can do this one pretty thoroughly. We need to be in here for a couple minutes. That Thundering Onyx Cloud Serpent is for me. Spent hours and hours farming Hulan for that drop and mop. Kill him. Do something for 30 to 45. Go back and wait for spawn. 93 times. Wow. I remember farming him. I don't remember how long it took me. I remember like sprinting to try to get there in time sometimes. Because I would see that it was spawning, but I wasn't quite there yet. And I would just be booking it trying to get up the hill to tag him in time. Alright. Had that stupid hour-long window of respawn, so much idle time. That's why I'm too scared to farm Rust Feather or the Arachnoid Harvester and Mechagon, because they don't have an hour of idle time between respawns, but even 20 to 30 minutes kind of sucks, especially where they die so fast now that you could easily miss your tag if you're not, like, actively paying attention. You gotta set a timer just for when you have to start paying attention. So, not allowed in for about a minute, but in the meantime I can go post some auctions. Probably not the weapons. She needs gold for her bags. And yes, I spent 10k gold on a sword transmog earlier, but she has to make her own 50 gold per bag. I wonder whenabouts they would do the next remix, if they're going to wait until after the 3rd tier of War Within. They might. Alright, let's vendor some stuff and then
Lucky doos, you like.
head back in, try again.
Many farewells.
Make sure we remember to pick up our key. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. I zoned in on the portal and it kicked me in. That's one of my... Oh, that's one of my instance lockouts, and now it's down for 6 minutes. Well, maybe what I should do is I should just leave her out here, because it's not going to let me back into another one. I don't think. Well, I mean, I can try. But I don't think it's going to let me into another one. And then I can maybe... Well, we've got 8 minutes in before I'm supposed to be ending stream, but I can move my hunter out here. She's not camping anything, so we can camp these rares too. Nope, she is not allowed back in. That one's toast. Didn't get the sweaty. That sweaty during Mop Remix, but I would for Legion. I feel like I ended up getting sweatier than I intended to. I was gonna take it real chill and real casual. And then I was like, what if we get everything? Or almost everything. I didn't finish all the weapons. But I got a surprising amount of them. Alright. This character, who, I don't know, I changed her transmog. She's deep diving. Let's take her to Scarlet Monastery. Should be able to just do org to Tyrus Fall, and then we'll be right there. Yeah, I hope we get weapon arsenals too. The Trove Tally thing was a bit unhinged. A little deranged. I'm gonna need somewhere for my wife and kids to stay if they do Legion Remix. Okay.
These little ones to be tested
Work.
so they can begin working towards their destiny. Encourage them to return to the Hall of Castes.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the Shaw-infested mounts in the shop. It was a very small icon. They look lovely. They're great. I'm not gonna go for it though. Too high? Yeah. No. Peppers. Oh no, you are allowed in here. Okay. I always get the levels of the pyramid mixed up. We'll do just a few. Just a few resets. We can just run as far as the... We won't go all the way in. We'll just run as far as the graveyard entrance area. We want a speed pet, which is my snake. We grab our keys. And then we should be able to check about 10 times. I know WoD was real content dread heavy. Wasn't the biggest fan of Garrisons, but is aging so well in my mind when I return. There was a lot that went right with WoD. It just got overshadowed by the magnitude of all the things that went wrong. There's things that you can kind of get away with messing up, and there's things that I guess you can't. Oh, Ashir's back up. Nice, alright. Let's try him. The snake gives me extra 12% movement speed just because he's a cunning pet. Any cunning pet would do. And I think in 11.1 we're going to be able to spec any pet to be cunning, so it wouldn't have to be a snake. Oh, oops, don't mind me. See what we got. Yes, alright, we got the necrotic wand. We no longer need to worry about that guy. We do need to worry about the other one, Fallen Champion, and we have yet to see him up once. He might spawn in the crypt. Kind of hard to say, but he's not up this time, so we go back and we reset. We need to kill him to try to get the sword Morbid Dawn. He has been shy. He has not shown his face yet. Can't wait to use whatever pet I want again. See him in the left side mausoleum. Okay. Yeah, hopefully our macro grabs him. I've seen him before, but not recently. Let me make sure we don't go too far out. Quick little reset. Back in. No luck yet, but we'll run to at least the graveyard before we give up. we will have 3 characters out here that we can check for him. So we'll get 30 chances an hour, which might take me an hour. I might be able to just camp him continuously with those kind of numbers. Alright, does not look like he's here. Boo. And we go back. I'm always paranoid that I've misspelled the macro, but I've checked it like 3 times. It's fine. Hi, Scarlet. Happy Thursday. Hope your week's going well. Oh, my stream is basically over, but I want to I want to get this item. Or at the least I want to use my lockouts. We're running at top speeds here. I did get the final log from AQ. I did. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was going to be way ruder than it was, but it dropped. Tried maybe 5-ish times this morning at the beginning of the stream, something around there. Reset. Back in. And then we run. You know what I'm buying for my birthday? Oh yeah? What are you getting?
Tell me everything.
No. No fallen champion. Oh, you're doing the mop pack? Nice. Congrats in advance. Alright, no luck. We reset. I wonder if this guy is the rarest one or what his deal is. There's only 3 rares in total. Just RNG. Yeah, I guess so. Try it. I have yet to have any of them spawn like in the tomb at the back, which I'm sure can happen. Haven't seen it yet. Doesn't look like he's up. Okay. My pets are stuck back here. I don't know what they got confused about. What are you doing? You're costing me my pathfinding bonus here. Yeah, that sword's a unique appearance too, so we do need it. Check again. What's 1 more, or 2, or 3? Be nice to see him up just once. I wonder what kind of loot he has and like how many different pieces he could drop. Ebon Vice, Morbid Dawn, and an Enchanted Shroud. And roughly even amounts, so about a 1 in 3 chance that he gives me the thing that we're looking for. When we finally find him up. If we finally find him up. Gotta love DPS queues. Thought about leveling my Warlock to 80. Started at a 4-minute average wait time and I've been in queue for 30 minutes. I hate it when it does that to me because I can never decide if I think it's broken or not and needs a requeue, or if I should just stick with it. Usually if it gets to 40 minutes, I just assume that something's not quite right, so to speak. I don't know why I always open these chests. I just assume we're gonna get something valuable in there. As though I would sell anything valuable for anything approaching its actual cost. Okay, we try again. New Twitch drop pet for 11-1? Oh, I was hoping they would do one of those. Is it like a new pet? What does it look like? You're breaking news here. Clockwork squirrel. Sounds pretty new. Dog. Oh. That's a pretty big change. Clocker spaniel. Oh. That's cute. I would take a clocker spaniel. No luck. Blue recolor of the trading post dogs. I bought one of those, I think. I've had some different good pets. Oh yeah, I gotta wind up Woofy. We reset. We go back in. I just feel optimistic for no reason that it's just going to be up and then it's just going to drop me my sword and then we can all celebrate. Cake for everybody. I have nothing to base that feeling off of. Absolutely nothing. Won't be up, manifested it. He's on vacation today. I'm not very good at the 180 disengage. At least it gives you a little bit of a sprint, so as long as you didn't go too far back, you're still kind of a net positive, but... Nope. No good. I also lost my pets again. What type of cake? Birthday cake. I know that's highly descriptive and answers a lot of questions. Listen, if birthday cake can be a flavor, then birthday can be a flavor of cake. The flavor is sprinkles. I'm actually kind of shocked I'm hungry for lunch. Alright, we reset. Try again. Anything? No? Raising Helvetica, thank you very much for the 14-month resub. Appreciate it. Oh. We're 20 days into February already? That's a bit upsetting. We only have another week left and then we gotta think about March. I kind of have my life divided into before the patch and then after the patch. Or like after the raid launch, I guess, which is a week into the patch. Now what? I'm like refusing to think about anything happening in the summer. It's just a later me problem for now. No luck with blue bewies. I guess not every day's gonna be your lucky day. Alright, we'll try one more time and then I really do gotta go because I'm 10 minutes over and I smell food. Reset. Last chance. For today. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll have a Friday morning. I can't believe it's only Thursday. We'll have a Friday morning mog farm. Hopefully we get this last piece so that we can get moving on Scalamons. Where is it? Why isn't it up? What's the big idea? Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? We tried. We can try more tomorrow. See if any of the other guys are lurking around the corners. I'll go finish the instance just for good luck. Or measure or something. But I gotta wrap up for today. Well, thank you guys very much for joining me today. I hope you're at the beginning of a lovely Thursday. I'll be back tomorrow for a stream at the standard time. Friday morning mod collecting with Hazel. Appreciate the company and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.